It's a beautiful day here in Norton, Massachusetts for some boys varsity baseball between the Norton Lancers and the Bellingham Blackhawks. My name is Anthony. Today's game is brought to you by Norton Media Center. Be sure to check out nortonmediacenter.org and Norton Media Center's YouTube channel as the first pitch of the game is strike. Number 7 for the Lancers is on the mound. Lancers coming in with a record of 2-4, as that is strike 2. They're coming off of a 6-4 win last Tuesday against Joseph Case High School. The Blackhawks come into this game with a record. This one is hit, and oh, what a nice catch made by the shortstop for the out. That was a line drive. Shortstop went running to his right and made a nice leaping catch for the first out of the first inning. Anyways, Bellingham comes into this game with a record of 4-2. They've won 3 straight, and in 2 of their 4 wins this year, they've scored 10 runs. So this is an offensive team in the Blackhawks. That was strike 1 for the second batter of the game. This one is grounded foul, so it's a quick 0-2 count. This one is popped up. Catcher gives chase, and he can't make the catch. He may have lost that in the sun. So we'll do it again with the 0-2 count. One out here in the first inning. And 2 outs, down by way of the K. Bat for Bellingham is number 24. We're calling out the numbers today for both the Lancers and the Blackhawks. Swing and a miss for strike 1. It's basically been nothing but strikes so far from 7 of Norton. Fouled back. We've got another 0-2 count. This one hops into the dirt before home plate. 1-2 count. This one is grounded to the shortstop. He'll throw it to first. And that was a 1-2-3, top of the first for the Lancer pitcher and outfield. We'll be back in just a few moments as Norton comes up to bat. Bottom of the first inning now between the Lancers and the Bellingham Blackhawks. Number 24 for Bellingham, who grounded out to shortstop to end the top of the first, is on the mound for the Blackhawks, so he will be pitching, and he is left-handed, so it'll be interesting to see the matchups today. Number 6 for the Norton Lancers will be the first one up to bat. Ball 1. This one is up towards right field. 1 away. Up to bat for the Lancers is number 14. Another lefty pitcher versus righty batter matchup. This one is a shot down the third base line and foul. This one's fouled back, and it's 0-2. Give a shout out to our cameraman, Jeff, who has gone through great lengths to make sure he gets a good shot for this game. This one is high for ball one. And strike three, got him looking. 2 away here in the bottom of the first. This will be number 1, the first baseman for the Lancers, up to bat. So it's 3 straight righty batters going up against the lefty pitcher. He takes strike 1. Suddenly got a little windy here. We'll have to monitor that throughout today's game. Inside for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. One-two count. This one goes just in between the shortstop and the second baseman for the first hit of the day. That belongs to the first baseman, number 1 of Norton. So a 2-out base hit. And up to bat for the Lancers will be number 9. And finally, we're going to get the lefty versus lefty matchup that I was waiting for. Low for ball 1. One and one the count. This one is inside for ball 2. Number 1 stands at first with a 2-out base hit. 24 is on the mound for Bellingham. 9 is up to bat. He cranks this one to center field, and that'll do it for the first inning. Both pitchers playing very well so far through the first inning. We'll be back in just a moment as Bellingham takes the mound. We are about to start the top of the second inning as Bellingham is up to bat. Lancers in the outfield. 7 is back on the mound for Norton after a 1-2-3 first inning. That's ball 1. This is number 8 hitting for Bellingham, as that one's in the dirt for ball 2. Swing and a miss. 2-1 count. Three one. that's the walk. First base runner of the game for the Blackhawks is number 8. So now number 7 for Bellingham is up to bat with a runner on first and nobody out here in the top of the second. That one's high and outside for ball 1, and perhaps Norton's getting ready for a potential attempt at a steal of second base. That's ball 2. And again, it seems like Norton's pitcher and catcher are just preparing for that steal attempt. It's a 3-0 count. That one's low for ball 4. So the Blackhawks have a runner on second and a runner on first with nobody out here in the top of the second inning. And Norton will discuss things on the mound for a moment as number 4 for Bellingham is up to bat. It's just a discussion between the pitcher and catcher. They don't need the infield. You'd have to imagine that the Lancers are thinking about a double play opportunity here and what bases they're going to throw to depending upon where the potential ground ball goes. That'll be strike 1. This one is popped up way back and out of play. So it's an 0-2 count. This one is hit high, and it'll fall in front of the center fielder for the base hit. The runner stops at third, so we now have bases loaded with nobody out for Bellingham. So that's the first base hit of the game for the Blackhawks by number 4 as he reaches first. 7 is on second after being walked. 8 is on third after being walked. And this is a golden opportunity for Bellingham to capitalize with a run or two. As that one is strike 1. Up to bat is number 9 for the Blackhawks. Here's the swing. It's going to drop in front of the center fielder again. And that'll be good for an RBI base hit. It's 1-0 Bellingham with bases loaded and still nobody out. Those were back-to-back hits that fell in almost the exact same spot. This one is up for ball 1. Number 20 is up to bat for Bellingham. This one's away. The ball gets away from the catcher, but the runners do not advance. So it's a 2-0 count. 1-0 Bellingham lead. Bases loaded, no outs here in the top of the second. Two-0 count to number 20. Strike one. This is a ground ball, gets past the diving shortstop. Runner from third scores, runner from second scores, and it's a double RBI base hit for number 20, as Bellingham now leads 3-0 with nobody out in the top of the second, with runners on first and second. And the Lancers will have a discussion on the mound. And we'll be back in just a moment. Back here in Norton, top of the second inning, and what has been a great inning for Bellingham. They're up 3-0. They have runners on second, and here's a bunt that's going to go down. The pitcher will lob it to first base for the out, but now that was a good strategy by the Blackhawks, number 10, with the bunt. It was a beautifully placed bunt, because now they've got runners on third and second with only one out as they lead 3-0. This is number 2 up to bat for Bellingham. And the ball gets away. Here comes the runner from third. He slides and is safe, as it is now 4-0 Bellingham. And the runner from second has made it safely to third. And it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 count to number 2 of the Blackhawks. This is a shot into left field that gets down for the hit. Runner from third scores, and it is a base hit, RBI for number 2, and it is 5-0 Bellingham here in the top of the second. As stated a few moments ago, this Blackhawks offense is dangerous, and they're proving it right now. Ball one. This is number 3 who's up to bat for Bellingham. This one's inside for ball 2. Two-one count. Oh, check it back at the runner on first. We've got a pickle now. Going back and forth. They'll throw it to first, and I think that actually may have hit the runner. Nonetheless, he is safe at first. So runner is safe at first. There is one out. Number 3 is up to bat. It's the top of the second inning, and the score is 5-0 Bellingham. And that's ball 3. Checking back at the runner. Safe at first. Here comes the 3-1 count, excuse me. It's gonna be 4-1. The runner ran for second, but it doesn't matter as it was a walk. So with 1 out, we've got runners on first and second.
Are you ready? Speed it up.
It'll be 24 who is up to bat. He's also the pitcher for Bellingham. That's ball 1. That's ball 2. So it's the 2-0 count. Make that 3-0. Runners at first and second with 1 out. The count is 3-0. And that's a 4-pitch walk. So the bases are loaded again. And there will be another discussion. And that might be the day for Norton's number 7 pitching. They're going to bring in number 11. He'll get warmed up, and we'll be back in just a few moments. Back here in Norton, it's the top of the 2nd inning. We have a new batter on the mound, excuse me, a new pitcher on the mound for the Lancers. That is number 11. So the bases are loaded for Bellingham with 1 out, and they lead 5-0 here in the top of the 2nd inning. This one is a blast into left field. Back at the fence, it is caught. The runner at third tags up and will head home. So he scores to make it 6-0 Blackhawks. There are 2 outs now in the top of the 2nd inning with runners on first and second. This is number 7 up to bat for Bellingham. This is a shot into center field at the fence, and it barely doesn't make it over. Nonetheless, it falls, and it is a 2 RBI double for the Blackhawks. My, oh my, that was literally inches away from being a 3-run home run. So a 2-out double that leads to 2 runs batted in for number 7. Bellingham now leads 8-0 with 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd. He checked that one, and that went a lot further than the swing would initiate. It's 0-1. This is number 4 who's up to bat for Bellingham. Runner on second with 2 outs. Strike 2. This one's high for ball 1. This is a shot into center field. The center fielder runs to make the catch, And that'll do it for the top of the second as Bellingham scores 8 runs. Lancers coming up to bat next. Bottom of the second inning now between the Norton Lancers and the Bellingham Blackhawks. My name is Anthony. Today's game is brought to you by Norton Media Center. Bellingham leads 8-0 right now as number 24, the left-handed pitcher, takes the mound again for the Blackhawks. They had an 8-run top of the second as it is a 1-1 count. Batting for the Lancers is number 4. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And strike 3. So 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Up to bat is number 2 for the Lancers. This is a grounder that takes a few good bounces, gets in between the second baseman and the shortstop, and that is a 1-out base hit. Number 8 up to bat for Norton. First baseman of Bellingham is warning his second baseman, and this is a shot into center field, and that's 2 out here in the bottom of the second. Norton aggressive this inning with going after the first pitch. So there's 2 outs, runner at first, and the catcher will talk things over with the pitcher. This is number 10 who's up to bat for the Lancers. Perhaps they were discussing what to do with a possible steal as there goes the runner. Here's the throw at second. He is safe. So the Lancers have a runner in scoring position now with 2 out in the bottom of the second. That's a strike. Got him looking, and that'll do it for the bottom of the second. Top of the third coming up. Bellingham leads 8-0. Top of the third inning here in Norton. Number 11 returns to the mound for the Lancers. Bellingham leads 8-0. And that's strike 1. This is number 9 up to bat for Bellingham. He takes ball 1. So the 1-1 count from 11. This is a grounder that is stopped by the second baseman. That was a good dive, but probably a good move not to attempt the throw to first, as that would have been extremely difficult. So if there were official stat keepers of this, I would imagine that would be considered an infield base hit. So runner on first with no outs. Number 20 is up to bat as he takes, I believe that was ball 1. Ball 2. The 2-0 count. Runner at first with no outs. This one is blasted into right field. And there's one away here in the top of the 3rd. Runner stays at first. It is an 8-0 the Blackhawks lead here in Norton. What has been a beautiful day today, not a cloud in the sky. Temperature is just around 60 degrees. Here comes number 10, left-handed batter for the Blackhawks. He takes ball 1. Number 9 stands at first base after the infield single. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Fouled that one back. The count is 1-2. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. So there's 2 away now in the top of the 3rd. This is number 2 up to bat for Bellingham. He'll take strike 1. He'll take strike 2. The runner heads for second. He's safe. And that was a somewhat bizarre sequence of events as it looked like the runner was kind of jogging to second. He got there safely. Not sure if he expected there to be an attempt of a throw there. Nonetheless, he is safe. This one is chopped up. Look out, cameraman Jeff. And it falls into a foul territory.
Good effort.
So we'll try again with the, I believe, 1-2 count. That one's tipped, and we'll do it again. Lots of foul balls here. So 1-2 is the count. 8-0 Bellingham lead, 2 outs. Runner at second base, top of the 3rd inning. This one is away as the runner is going to try to take 3rd, and I believe the umpire is going to send him back. He will. So runner will head back to 2nd. And yeah, the call has been reversed, so the runner's actually going to head back to 3rd. So 2 outs, runner stands at 3rd, and I believe the count is 1-2. This one is to second base, And that'll do it for the top of the third inning. Bellingham still leads 8-0. Lancers up to bat next. Bottom of the third inning from Norton. Lancers are up to bat. They are down 8-0 to Bellingham. 24 is back on the mound for the Blackhawks. He has had a great day of pitching so far. And this will be 24 up to bat for the Lancers. He takes strike one. This one is chopped to the second baseman. One away. Up to bat is number 6 for the Lancers. He'll take strike one. This one is popped up. It will stay fair. And the right fielder, who lost his hat, remains focused and puts it away for the second out of the inning. So with 2 outs now, up to bat for Norton will be number 14. This is a grounder to the third baseman, and that was a 1-2-3 third inning, and 24 is pitching a great game for the Blackhawks. We head to the top of the fourth. Bellingham up 8-0. We start the top of the fourth inning here from Norton. Bellingham Blackhawks lead the Norton Lancers by a score of 8-0. 11 is back on the mound for the Lancers and delivers the first pitch low for ball one. This one is right to the third baseman, who has to throw all the way across the diamond for the first out. That was number 3 with the ground out to third base. Up to bat for Bellingham is their pitcher, number 24. He takes ball one. Ball two. Swing and a miss for strike one. The count is 2-1. This is a shot into center field, and it hops right in front of the center fielder. We've seen that same kind of hit about 3 times in this game now. There are these line drives that fall just short of the center fielder. There's nothing he can do to go get it. They're just excellent hits. So that is a 1-out base hit for the pitcher, number 24, who has had himself a day. Fouled back for strike one. This is number 8 up to bat for Bellingham. Bellingham leads 8-0. And runner thought about going. He's now going to go as the ball gets away from the catcher. And with 1 out, 24 takes second base. Again, it's the top of the 4th inning. It is an 8-0 lead here for the Blackhawks. The count is 1-1. Number 8 for Bellingham is up to bat. He strikes this one, and that will fall in between left field and center field. 24 will come home, and 8 thought about running for third. He now does as the ball gets away from the third baseman, or the shortstop, excuse me. So it's an RBI double, potentially a triple if they don't count that as an error. In any event, there is one out with a runner on third, and it's now a 9-0 Bellingham lead. Strike one. This is number 7 for Bellingham, who's up to bat. He's had himself a day as well. As the count is 1-1. Foul back, the count is 1-2. Oh, that may have hit one of the windows of the school. So the count is 1-2 for number 7 of Bellingham. Count is 2-2.
Let me know when you want me to put my chest on.
Low and away, we've got a full count with one out and a runner on third here in the top of the fourth. This one will head into left field. The runner does not go, as that was a bit of a line drive, so that probably benefited Norton right there. So there's now 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Runner is at third, and it's a 9-0 Bellingham lead. And up to bat is number 4 for the Blackhawks. This is a grounder that gets through the shortstop and second baseman. So it's a 2-out base hit for number 4. Runner scores from third, and it is a 10-0 Blackhawks lead. So a 2-out RBI single for number 4 of Bellingham. The score is 10-0 here in the top of the fourth with 2 outs. And they're actually going to bring in a runner for number 4. So pinch runner in. Standing at first base is number 22 for the Blackhawks. 11 remains on the mound pitching for Norton. This is number 8 at bat for Bellingham. This one is to the shortstop, who flips it to the second baseman, and that'll do it for the top of the fourth inning. Bellingham scores twice. They lead 10-0 as we enter the bottom of the fourth. Back here in Norton for the bottom of the fourth inning. 24 on the mound again for the Blackhawks. He has had a great day, as this one is fouled for strike one. It is a 10-0 Bellingham lead, as number 1 is up to bat for Norton. That'll be strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This one goes back towards center field, and that is a nice catch on the run by the center fielder. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Up to bat now for the Lancers is number 9. Low for ball 1. Strike 1. So it's a 1-1 count for number 9 of Norton. With one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Count is 1-2. This one is up, and it will fall fair into right field. So that is a 1-out base hit for number 9 of the Lancers. Number 4 up to bat now for Norton. He's got a man on first with one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. It is a 10-0 Bellingham lead. Checking back at the runner on first. That was close, but he's back safely. Checking back again at the runner, and boy, that was close once again. He is safe, but those are back-to-back checks in which the runner is safe just by the tip of his fingers. Looks like he's flirting to run again. He doesn't go, and that's ball 1. That's ball 2, so the count is 2-0 to number 4 of Norton. Number 9 stands at first with one out in the bottom of the fourth inning. There goes the runner. Here's the throw. He is safe by a mile. That was an incredible jump that 9 had right there. He was sliding into second right before the ball was even thrown. So we've got a runner on second with one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And that is ball 3. So it's a 3-1 count with one out. Fouls this one back. We've got a full count. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. This is a grounder to short. He can't handle it. So with one out, we've got runners on the corners, first and third, here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Number 2 is up to bat for the Lancers. There goes the runner as this one is hit, and he is out at first. Runner from third scores. So it is a 10-1 Bellingham lead over the Lancers. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth, and the runner takes second. So that would be an RBI ground out for number 2. That's ball 1. No, excuse me, that was strike 1. This is number 8 up to bat for the Lancers. The count is 0-1. Oh, the runner thought about going. Dives back to second. He's got a lead. He's headed. Here's a throw to third, and he is out. So that will do it for the fourth inning. The Lancers do get on the board as they trail 10-1. Top of the fifth coming up. Top of the fifth inning from Norton. Bellingham leads the Lancers by a score of 10-1. We have a new pitcher on the mound for Norton. It is number 19 who delivers strike 1. And it is number 20 up to bat for Bellingham. This is a chopper to shortstop who will throw to first. 1 out in the top of the fifth. Up to bat now for Bellingham is number 10, the left-handed batter. He'll take ball 1. High for ball 2. High for ball 3. So it's a 3-0 count. Strike 1. 3-1 the count, with 1 out in the top of the fifth. This is a shot into right field. That falls down up against the fence. 10 is circling second. He will hit the brakes. Someone was yelling go for third, but I think 10 made a great choice in hitting the brakes right after second base. So that's a 1-out double. Up to bat now is number 2 for Bellingham. He's got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. 19 with the pitch, and it's ball 1. This one is up, and it will fall right into the glove of the center fielder. So there's 2 outs now with the runner on second base. Up to bat for Bellingham is number 23, his first at-bat of the game. He will step out of the box for a moment and now re-enters. Runner at second, 2 outs, top of the 5th. A 10-1 Bellingham lead over Norton. And that did hit number 23, so he will take first base as it did skim his arm. Thought I heard something there. Got him on the elbow. So runners now at first and second with 2 outs. And up to bat is the pitcher, number 24 for Bellingham. He takes strike 1. You know, the sun went right behind the large American flag that's blowing right behind us, and we're in the shadow, and what a drop in degrees right now. That's ball 1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one is fouled back, so it's 1-2. Two outs, top of the 5th. Runners at first and second. 10-1 Bellingham lead. 19 receives the call from the catcher. He delivers. This one is up, and that will go over our heads. We'll do it again with the 1-2 count. This one is up, and the right fielder and center fielder is the one who makes the catch. So that'll do it for the top of the 5th. Bellingham leads Norton 10-1. Lancers coming up next. Back here in Norton for the bottom of the 5th inning. Bellingham leads by a score of 10-1 over the Lancers. This is Anthony with Norton Media Center. Be sure to check out nortonmediacenter.org and Norton Media Center's YouTube channel. So that's strike 1 delivered by number 24 of Bellingham, who is on the mound again. Bellingham leads 10-1. As this is number 8 up to bat for the Lancers. This one is up, and it is caught by the right fielder. Second baseman was giving chase, but center. Let's try that again. Right fielder called him off. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Number 10 is up to bat now. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
I keep looking at the scoreboard as if it's functioning.
This one is fouled back, and it's an 0-2 count. So the 0-2 count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Fouled back. We'll do it again. This one is popped up, and this time the second baseman will go for it. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Up to bat is 24. So it's a 24 versus 24 matchup. Swing and a miss for strike one. One and one to count. Swing and a miss for strike two. The count is 1-2 now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Bellingham leads 10-1 here in Norton. This one is grounded. It stays. No, it'll actually be foul. Looks like it rolled out just at the last second. So we'll do it again. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. And that'll do it for the 5th inning. We enter the 6th inning. Bellingham up 10-1. We start the 6th inning here in Norton. 19 is on the mound again for the Lancers. Bellingham leads Norton by a score of 10-1. And that is ball one. Up to bat is number 8 for the Blackhawks. That one's high for ball 2. Bellingham 4-2 entering today's game. Lancers 2-4. The Blackhawks have won 3 straight, and 2 of their 4 wins, they have scored 10 runs. And sure enough, they have exactly 10 right now here in the top of the 6th. That was a strike, so the count is 2-1. This one is grounded and it gets past the second baseman, so it's a base hit with nobody out for number 8 here in the top of the 6th. Up to bat is number 7 for Bellingham. This is a shot, and it goes over the leaping second baseman. So runners are at first and second with nobody out, and it is a quick start to the 6th inning for the Blackhawks. Do we see an attempted bunt here? Here comes number 4 of Bellingham. Let's see if he gets in position for an attempted bunt. Nope, he'll foul it back.
Swinging for the obvious.
0-1 is the count. That one is high. And oh, they're gonna say it hit him, so might have got him on the elbow again. So bases are loaded now with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. So bases loaded, nobody out, and that's ball 1. Up to bat for Bellingham is number 9. He has a chance to drive home a couple of runs here. He will ground this one to shortstop, who throws on the run to first. They're going to say he's safe, So it is an infield RBI single. The score is 11-1 Bellingham. Bases are still loaded and still no outs here in the top of the 6th. That was a good play by the shortstop and first baseman, but I just think that the ball was a little bit too slow as it was hopping its way toward shortstop. This is number 20 up to bat as he hits this one to shortstop, onto second for one, onto first. It's no good at first. Here comes 2 runners, so it is a 13-1 Bellingham lead. So we've got 1 out with a runner at first. And it is a 13-1 Bellingham lead here in the top of the 6th. That one is high for ball 1. 19 pitching for Norton. 10 is at bat for Bellingham. That is ball 2. This is a grounder to shortstop again. He's been busy. On to second for one. No throw at first, so there are 2 outs with a runner at first base. Lots of grounders going to shortstop number 6 here in the top of the 6th inning. So it remains 13-1 Bellingham. Number 2 is up to bat for the Blackhawks. Ball 1. This one is a chopper that rolls down the first base line. He is safe as the pitcher couldn't get there in time as the first baseman came out to get the ball. So that's an infield single. Runners at first and second with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. We've seen some bizarre looking hits here in the top of the 6th inning. That one's fouled off for strike 1. This is number 3 up to bat. This one is falling in front of the left fielder. We've got bases loaded again with 2 outs. Shortstop jumped for that ball, but it went over his glove and fell right in front of the left fielder. Another one of those hits where it's a line drive and it just falls in the right spot out in the outfield. 24 is up to bat. He's the pitcher. He'll take strike 1 as that one sunk right into the strike zone. Nice pitch. This one is fouled off. 0-2 count. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the top of the 6th. And strike 3, got him looking. So that'll do it for the top of the 6th. Bellingham gets a couple of runs, and they now lead 13-1. Norton coming up in the bottom of the 6th. It is the bottom of the 6th inning here in Norton, and this could be the end of the game if the Lancers do not make the score within 10 runs again. They trail 13-1 to Bellingham. 24 is on the mound, looking to do a complete game, even though it'll be 6 innings technically. He delivers strike 1. This is number 6 up to bat for Norton. That's ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. This one's fouled back. We'll do it again. This is a grounder to shortstop. He can't handle it, so the runner reaches on an error. So runner stands at first with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Up to bat is number 14 for Norton. Strike 1. That's fouled. It'll be strike 2. This one is fouled back. We'll do it again with 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner is on first, and it is a 13-1 Bellingham lead. That one is high, so that'll be a ball. This is a chopper to third. He will throw it to second for 1 out. On to first. He's safe at first. So there's 1 out with a runner on first. And up to bat is number 1 for Norton. Double play here will end it. That one's out for ball 1. Strike 1. The count is 1-1. That one's low for ball 2. Runner stands at first with 1 out. That's strike 2, so it's a 2-2 count. this is grounded, and it is foul. We'll do it again. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Runner at first with 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. This one is up, heading towards center field. 2 away. The infield will come in for a quick discussion here. So we'll be back in just a moment. Back here in Norton, it is the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Bellingham leads 13-1, so this could be the game here. 13 is in, pitching for Bellingham. He is coming in for 24. 24 pitched a great game, but we think he reached his pitch count limit. So 13 is in on the mound. He delivers a strike. One more out here and the game will be over as Bellingham leads 13-1. This one is chopped foul. So there's 2 strikes. Up to bat is 15 for the Lancers. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. 14 goes. This one is chopped, and it will fall fair as 14 now heads for third. So that's a 2-out base hit. Runner advances to third. 15 will stay at first. So runners at the corners with 2 outs. This is number 5 up to bat now for the Lancers. Here comes the pitch from 13. That's ball 1. Foul tip. So that's 1-1 to count. Low for ball 2. That's strike 2, so it's 2-2 count with 2 outs. Here comes the 2-2. And that will do it. Got him looking, and the game is over. So Bellingham defeats the Norton Lancers by a score of 13-1. This is Anthony for Norton Media Center. Be sure to check out nortonmediacenter.org. Have a great day, everyone.